All right. Good morning, everyone. Welcome to the PreMarket Prep. Hope everyone's having an amazing morning. Hopefully, you guys had an incredible day yesterday. Good morning, Norm. How you doing today?
Hey, good morning. How are you doing, man?
Doing good, man. Can't complain. Tired today. I'm tired, but doing well, man. Doing well. Have family over from Florida to celebrate my daughter's birthdays this weekend, and
Nice.
it's how it is when your family comes over.
Oh yeah, never
It's
end.
fun, but sleeping early on their vacation time is not part of the plan. So.
This is
Um,
true.
Nevertheless, great to have them here and looking forward to a whole lot of fun. Guys, let's get to it. We have a lot going on today. We'll quickly go over the stuff from yesterday. And if we look at our list here, we had a very small list: Piton, Baba, Nvidia, Tesla, and Plug. But man, did they trade very well yesterday? You could have picked any of these, and there were some really good opportunities. Looking at Piton here, you can see big drop in the pre-market, but that still left some juice in the tank here to continue to drop into the after the market opens. So you got a little bit of a drop here, all the way down from 12 down to about 11. So a nice dollar drop there, and that was probably the best move outside of the pre-market. It did nothing much after that. I kind of went sideways a little bit, VWAP one more time, but then the drops here become very small. There's only 20 cents. You're not really getting big moves. Understandable. This thing dropped quite a bit in the pre-market when it gapped down. Here's Baba. Baba was gapping up and it had great volume in the pre-market. And this was my trade yesterday. And I love when Baba's gapping up or down. It can create a lot of opportunities. And I went short actually here for the drop, and that did very well. But look at the reversal. I didn't catch this reversal. Look at the reversal here. Got very found some support here, and you can see straight to the VWAP, and then the beautiful breakout here on Baba. So again, very nice yesterday, as it did a couple of things there for you. Nvidia was just incredible. I missed this one. Probably because I was in Bob, was not paying attention. But look how beautiful this thing traded, guys. It popped up here pretty good, and we had gap down, right? If I remember correctly, I believe we had gap down on earnings big, and their forecast was not great. It just kind of tells you that anything is possible here. You don't want to have a bias because if you had a short bias on Nvidia yesterday, you definitely pay the price. And you can see here how beautiful this thing traded. It's just an incredible move yesterday, going 168 all the way to 170. That's a $10 move at the top of the day there. So Tesla was another one that was very active. It really was active pre-market, and this is after pre after the post split here. And then you had a nice drop right into the market open, all the way down here about 293 or so. So a lot of movement on here. Again, my issue with Tesla is always the pullbacks. Still trading the same as it was a $900 stock, but again, just got to be careful with some of the pullbacks and how aggressive it can trade. Plug yesterday got the news early on of signing a deal with Amazon that takes place, I think, a few years from now. And you can see the initial pop here in the pre-market. And then it just became kind of sell the news situation here, right? It just kind of came right back down all the way from 31.50 high of the day at that time, all the way down to 29.50, probably 29.28 or so. So really good move. Then from there, we did a little bit of a sideways action. Still a great recovery, guys. 28 to 30. Nice move if you are able to be patient with the way that traded. So those are our four tickers. Traded very well yesterday. Norm, I know we have a lot going on today. Big day for the market and how some of the reactions are going to be. Uh,
Yeah, we just had some inflation data come out that came in a little bit better than expected. I did see one thing. It was real consumer spending was down more than was not up to expectations. So
yeah.
curious to see how that comes pans out because as we know, inflation hitting everybody, people spending less could spiral into some problems. Are we seeing the start of that? Well, who knows? So Jackson Hole, the Fed symposium been going on Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. There've been some Fed speakers coming out, around those meetings and such. Today we got the big one, 10 a.m. Jerome Powell will be giving his speech from that event. So expect some market moves around that time. It will be a bit of a strange morning. So just keep that in mind with him. Then at 10 a.m., University of Michigan Consumer Sentiment Index and their 5-year inflation expectations. So,
Yeah, it's a big day with a lot of stuff happening. But you're right, that 10 a.m. you said, right?
yeah.
Yep, 10 a.m. when Powell gets on is where the market loves to react one way or the other. So we'll see what that brings today. Be on the lookout for that if you are in a trade. just be mindful. Things can
This is a little
change
bit,
very
yeah,
quickly.
it's a little bit more nuanced than his normal speeches after an
Feds, yeah,
FOMC decision or rate decision and stuff like that. But it probably won't. Who knows?
it's
It's always
power,
a
man.
toss up.
Yeah, right. But yeah, you're absolutely right. You just never know. So we'll see. But like you said, there might not be a crazy reaction to it, but just be aware of it. Be aware of it that that's happening in case you see something funky taking place in your trade. All right, guys, let's get to it. Let's see what we have on deck this morning. Our gappers list, as you can see here, quite a bit in the green. We got FTCH. Some of these had, I think FTCH had earning or news. I forget the catalyst on that. But you got some stuff happening here. We got Baba up as well. We have some names towards the bottom here: Baidu, JD, Neo, XPEP. I believe Neo had earnings last night, but I was looking for earnings on it. I didn't see it. So I don't know if I had the wrong data or not. But today, if I look at Neo now, yeah, it looks like it might have been this morning then.
They,
So,
they don't they don't have earnings.
oh, so wait a minute. What did I see in trading? Okay, it doesn't matter. All right. So, let's yeah,
I
let's forget
think
about that.
September 7th they announce something like that.
Oh, okay. Okay. So I still got some incorrect data because I was looking at that and I know it's right there because I was looking at other stuff that was earnings like well Workday and they're on the same column. So it is what it is. Today they got something going on. They're popping up here 3.7. Speaking of Neo, so might be worth taking a look at 1.6 million share. Oh, sorry, I'm not sharing the right screen. 1.6 million shares traded. So might be worth putting on deck this morning. Let's see where Neo goes today. Uh, at our gappers list,
While you're at it, I guess
yeah.
there was that short report that came out. I guess they did some internal review or something, and they were discussing that. I think that's the cause of the pop this morning.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Could be good for them. We'll see. But yeah, nice pop here today. Good volume. Let's see where that's gonna go. Starting on the top of the gappers list, FTSCH this morning. Another gap up day here. They're up 15.8. And this is off earnings after hours yesterday. So 1.4 million shares traded. This thing was in play for us also a few days ago. Again, that's why you see these levels here. I'm not a huge fan of the way this trades. In the last couple of days have proven that. I mean, it's been active and I have not been able to find a good opportunity on it. So just the way it trades is a little bit funky. I believe Wednesday, Wednesday you did get some good trading in here. So if you look at Wednesday's action, again, just look at the charts, you got nice engulfing and that day well. So we'll add as a secondary list. I won't probably keep it on my list, but we'll add it here because it is in place just based on these numbers alone. 1.4 million, up 15%. It's looking rather good. Mega, guys, is pretty much a garbage
if you could
type
hit
stock.
your dumpster fire butt hotkey if it's
Yeah, yeah,
working.
is it working? Yeah, for
There
this
you
one, right?
go. Yeah.
Mega, guys, pure garbage. This thing, if you guys remember, shot up to what was this? I can't clear out the garbage. Oh, there it goes.
$250.
250 and then right back down to 25 and then now at $8. I want no part of this garbage at all, guys. So let's move on down. Wasted enough time there. SAVA this morning could be a hit or miss. It hasn't been great though lately. I'm not sure for you guys. um right now they're up 8.9, 133,000. I think we'll find better things to trade than this one. If you like trading this one, you've been doing well, put it on your list, but I think we'll find better stuff today. Here's Futu. Futu is on fire. Any news on Futu today? Um, Futu is
Overall, the
moving here.
Chinese stuff, we've spoken about this delisting
Yeah, yeah.
problem for quite some time now, a few years actually.
Is it off? It's
And
on and off, right?
yeah, that's exactly what it is. It's just,
It's like, hey, we sold our
you get
shares, guys.
whiplash
Turn it
watching
on.
it.
Turn it on
Yeah.
so we can buy
And
lower. Uh,
Chinese regulators, they said that some firms they're going to start the auditing or something next month, I believe. So that's what's popping a lot of this China stuff this morning.
yeah, this madness. I see Neo's
They
on
could
here
say the
today.
exact opposite on Monday.
Oh yeah, yeah. Once they sell and they got to buy it back at 40 again. Absolutely. It's just incredible how that catalyst has been flipping back and forth. I mean, ugh, well, it is what it is.
It's
But
nothing
Futu,
new.
yeah,
It's like
nothing new.
Groundhog's Day.
Exactly. Futu definitely in play. I still like the volume on this, up 9.8. I'm not a huge fan, but it looks good pre-market now. And it's leading the Chinese tickers at the moment with the most volume and the high, well, not the most volume, but the highest gap up so far. YMM, horrible, no activity at all here. PDD moving down there. Also, this is Chinese too, if I remember right.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, so another one as well you can look at. I'm not gonna pack my list with this stuff. Gap earnings, I'm assuming, because it's the only time we see these guys. Another
Yeah, last night.
Yeah, another retail company that appears on when it's earning season. Again, not a huge fan. I'm not seeing anything crazy at the moment as far as volume. It is a nicey stock, so you do have to wait for the market open to actually get going here. If we are going to move, I'm going to leave space for something else. EA. I like EA. We had a lot of fun with
All
EA
right,
that
this
one
is a
time.
disaster right here. So,
Yeah,
news broke this morning that Amazon was going to be bidding to acquire EA.
yeah.
About, and you can see the obvious pops in there. It started about 7. That news started coming out about half an hour, 45 minutes later. People involved in the company said, no, this isn't happening. We've had this big drop. We're still up 6% this morning. So, yeah, it sounds like
That's
unsubstantiated
wow.
crap. Look at that big candle at right at 8 when it came out that wasn't happening. I mean,
Hmm.
I just it could it be a great catalyst? Sure, but I
Yeah,
mean,
yeah.
news is going to come out, and if you're in something and it's a binary move. It's is it happening? Is it not happening? And if you're betting against it and it goes against, if you're betting for it, it goes against, you're hosed in a split second. So, not
Right,
even sure
right.
how to deal with that.
No, this is messy, and this is already a not a clean ticker to trade, to day trade at least, right? But I agree. This is
Sometimes it
this
is,
is
but
messy.
usually
Yeah,
not, unless they have a really strong catalyst. Yeah.
right. Which this would have been one, but
Oh
obviously
yeah.
we're
Yeah,
having issues here.
for sure.
Uh, you know what? I'm gonna put this as something possible, just for entertainment purposes, at least, at least.
Did you
So we'll
say as a
see.
possible or as an impossible?
As a possible,
Okay.
as a secondary.
You do
Yeah.
you.
There you go. You do you. Yes, love it, love it. Let's look at Baba this morning, guys. Great stock yesterday. Today, looking good. Obviously, probably one of the better Chinese companies to look at. I will put Baba on my list, and I have two Chinese tickers here today, which is a hell of a Friday to see that. So we'll see what's happening there. JD, Becky, Billy, all Chinese. I'm not going to go through those. It's probably very similar pre-market action this morning. Heading down to NTES, NetEase. This also looks funky. Maybe Chinese as well. Is the whole entire companies are on here? Baidu, EDU. Yeah, every Chinese ticker you could possibly think of that we traded in the last 5 years are on here. Neo, XPEF, Lee,
Yeah.
and JKS. Okay, I'm not gonna
Well,
add all these. Um, madness,
with
madness.
the exception of Luck and Coffee
Oh yeah,
and
Luck
all
and
the other
Coffee
fraudulent BS.
and Hunt. Wasn't Hunt? I don't know if it was Chinese or not, but that was
No,
one that
Hunt was not Chinese.
was not Chinese. Okay. Let's take a look at what's gapping down today. We'll start with A firm. Workday. Where's Workday? Should be here. Why is Workday? Maybe the volume. Yeah, Workday is in play. It's not on the gap up list. Volume. Wow, only 76,000. And that's usually the issue with Workday. They don't get the volume. But it is in play. Had a nice big gap up. I will put it on my list. I think it's worth taking a look at today. It was up 10%, maybe more earlier. Definitely a lot more after hours last night. Dropping down a little bit here. We'll see where that's going to go. A firm. Let's start there. So we are gapping down. They had earnings last night as well, and you can see here they had the losings, as normal say.
They
And
have the losings.
yeah, yeah. Let's do some. Actually, no, that was not yet. But here we are down 11.7 million shares traded so far. So definitely in play. We'll keep an eye on this one. I normally will not put this on my list, but I think today is one to watch. It's trading very well pre-market. ZIM this morning, they are down about 1%. But again, compared to everything else I have here, this doesn't look all that exciting. And I'm not a fan of the way this stock trades on the daily. And the volume that it gets is very light for me. So we'll skip on this one for now. SGEN. This is down, excuse me, down 7.1. Also doesn't look great, guys. We've seen this ticker on our list before. I'd rather watch something else. STBX, no good, very choppy. Recent IPO. This is the one that, again, these IPOs overreacting at the open now. Not looking good today. SIGA. What is this one doing? I remember this thing went crazy for a few days, back down to 17 here from 27. Not a whole lot going on there. I think we can watch something better. Here we go. Ape. What is Ape up to? Ape's just kind of going sideways the last couple of days. Has some excitement. The first day, I think it traded a total of what, maybe in 45 minutes with all the halts, but for the entire day. But today, not doing a whole lot, just kind of going sideways here. Not even great volume, only 227 at the moment. So that's what we have on the gap up and gap down list, guys. Let's take a look at what you guys are looking at today. Norm, what's on your deck this morning?
Pass me for now. If I see something, I'll
Yep.
let you know.
You got it, my friend. Let's head on over to the chat. Ross, PDD is, again, another Chinese ticker that's moving on Chinese news and delisting and all this other stuff. That's been going on forever. So I'm not going to add that to my list. And then drug has been very interesting. I know Nas, one of our community members here, has been crushing this stock. He traded it yesterday as well. He did very well. He sent me screenshots of that. And today they're up another 15%. Again, not really my style of trading on this ticker, but it has been very active. What's interesting too is that we continue to make new highs here above 3 now. So although it's messy, somehow we're crushing higher here. I don't know what this company does, what the news is that's creating all this volume, but yeah, if this is your deal, this one is in play. It all depends on the type of trader that you are. Cody, this is monkeypox. This one, drug. Is that what that is?
Which one?
Drug, the
No.
ticker. No. Okay. All right. So Cody's responding to something else. All right. So,
Monkeypox is Sega.
oh, that's right. Sega is monkeypox. That's right. That's right. Yeah. So yeah, guys. Again, this one here, going back to the RUG, a good one. I'll put it on here just for you guys are aware of it. Is it low float? I don't know if it's low flow or not. It is
Yes.
7 million. Yeah, 7 million. We'll put it on here on the low flow pile, and then you guys can decide if that's something for you or not. JD, yeah, JD's in play, Billy's in play. All these Chinese tickers, guys, are up this morning. I have Neo and I have Baba on deck. These will be my two for this catalyst that we're seeing now. Just be careful on these. Just be mindful of what you're trading there, especially with the risky one, Futu. Futu tends to be a little more risky, a little more gappy. So careful with that one. XBEV, same thing there, guys. XBEV, Neo, Lee. I got these two on there for now. I'm not gonna fill up the list with all Chinese stuff. Right? I want to look at something different. And over on our YouTube chat, Billy has been a good trader for the last couple of days. Yeah, it's up today as well, I assume. Also another Chinese ticker. Phil, AMD, yesterday was a, yeah, AMD. Actually, I did not have AMD on my list, but I was obviously in chat and listening to you guys calling it out. And it had a great day. But Nvidia was good, man. Nvidia was real nice. I wish I would have caught that. Actually, if you look at Nvidia, this ran more. This ran a lot more here, but Nvidia was much cleaner. If you look at Nvidia's run, I mean, just look at the pullbacks you got here, right? So you got a lot of opportunities to get in this. AMD did not run as clean as this did, in my opinion, right? With the way I trade, but um, today they are AMD right now. It's got a little bit of volume. I'm sorry, this is Nvidia. A little bit of volume, not great. So I think we just kind of have to wait for the market open and see if we're going to have that type of activity today. Same thing with AMD, pretty quiet. Apple this morning, Apple looks decent actually. In the red, went into the green shortly. Yeah, Apple looks interesting. Lighter volume than what we are used to seeing, but for the most part, I think it looks good here. Ape is garbage. Yeah, it is. It is. I mean, this is one of those tickers that you have to wait until they decide, let's squeeze or let's pop this up. Right now, there's not much going on. And again, it shouldn't have a high short interest because it's just opened up. So I think one of the criteria for getting this memeing is that short interest, right? Normally we usually see that
Yeah,
it
it's
is
usually
pretty high. Yeah,
pretty good magnet for those guys.
exactly. So you don't have
That's
that
how
in
they.
Nvidia,
That was
right?
the original on the GME was the high short interest brought that in, and
Mm-hmm.
so they
That's what
always look for
creates that
that.
that momentum with people getting stopped out, right? Get the ball rolling. So yeah, I don't see that for now at least going anywhere. We'll see, man. This might be just a stock that doesn't do much. We'll see what it does. We'll see. Nvidia, guys, yeah, another one that you can put on deck as well. But again, they're pretty quiet right now. Both AMD and Nvidia are pretty quiet at the moment. I'll put them on as a possible because they can get going, but for the most part, they're really quiet at this time. SAVA has been seeing action the last couple of days. SAVA, do I have that on my list? No.
Yeah, we
SAVA.
looked at it.
Oh yeah, we did. Yeah, we did look at this. If you like this one, I did mention if you like this one, put it on deck. I'm not a big fan of the way it trades at times, so I won't have it on my main list. And I actually like my main list today already. I know it's early, but if you look at it, we have Neo, we have Baba, we have Workday, we had earnings, we have A Firm, which again, these two, Workday and A Firm, typically not on our list, but today, for example, A Firm has a million shares traded and cranking right now, so that's nice. And then we have Apple. I like the way it's setting up in the pre-market for a possible play here during the market opens. So we'll see. All right, guys. I think we're all set. I think we cover everything that you guys have thrown out on both chats. So let's go ahead and look at our website,
Have you
bearbootraders.com.
looked at Tesla?
I have not actually.
All right.
What we
Then
got going
I'll
on here?
call it out since nobody else
Yeah.
has.
Yeah, nobody called out Tesla. If I missed it, apologies. But yeah, Tesla is a good one. Yeah,
It started at the
absolutely.
bottom at around 8:30. Volume's
Mm-hmm.
picking up. It looks good.
Yeah, I was surprised with the sell-off yesterday. But yeah, Tesla is one to watch. I think in the next couple of days it's going to be active. Just keep in mind, it's still trading the same way it was before the split. Be careful; it can move very aggressive.
I saw an awesome tweet this morning, and I
Hmm.
wish I'd have saved it or marked it or taken a screenshot of it, but it was from, I think it was like Wall Street Bets memes or something. And it's like Tesla drops 75% on news. Elon Musk quitting to spend more time shit posting Twitter. It was
Nice,
awesome.
nice.
Yeah.
Uh, I love it, man. The memes that are out there are pretty funny, and I wish I would bookmark some of those. I keep forgetting to do that, but yeah, they're hilarious. Guys, over to our Bearwood Traders website, bearwoodtraders.com, and Norm will take you through here to the webinars.
Yeah, anytime you want to check it out, go to bearbulltraders.com/webinars. Not what the hell did I say yesterday? Scratch or something? I
You
can't remember.
said,
My
you said
lord.
scratch, yeah.
Yeah, it was rough yesterday. I'm feeling a lot better today. Onboarding and tech every Monday night, 8 p.m. Eastern with Carlos. Don't miss that. Open for all membership categories. And on Tuesdays, we focus on strategy. Next week is Mike talking about finding the right strategy for you. And then the following week is John talking about fundamentals of profit taking. Wednesdays, we focus on psychology, very important aspect of trading. Mike will be talking about overcoming fear. And then Dr. Kenneth Reed on September 7th, talking about his trading trance part 2 of his presentations on that. So be sure to check those out. Thursdays for mentoring, 11 a.m. with John, 4 p.m. with Ed, 8 p.m. with Thor. Don't forget about stocktradingsimulator.com, our free web-based replay simulator. It is a one-stop shop to hone your trading skills for free, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, stocktradingsimulator.com. If you're watching on YouTube and you'd like to try the room, you can do so at a discount. Use the promo code PreMarket24. 7 calendar days, 5 trading days. It is a one-time payment. It does not recur. And then if you'd like to become an elite annual membership and gain access to all of the webinars we were just talking about and the recordings of ones from the past, use a promo code READ50 to get half off. And then also a free one-on-one coaching session with Dr. Kenneth Reed.
All right, thank you very much, Norm. Guys, over on YouTube, if you could help us out, we're sitting at an all-time low of 69 likes. We would love to get that above 250, 200 if we can. So if you could help us there, really appreciate it. It does help out the channel a whole bunch, get the algos waking up and going there. So appreciate that, guys. All right, we got a pretty good list today. I'm happy for this list on a Friday, and I know it's going to get even more exciting as we move into some of the speeches that will be happening later today, as Norm mentioned. Guys, we have Neo, we have Baba, we have Workday, both on earnings last night. We have A Firm, we have Apple, and we have Tesla. So again, pretty good list. And I think as we move forward, things are going to continue to appear here that we can take advantage of. So let's start doing some levels. Actually, how about our secondary list? Anything popping up here that we should move up? We have FTCH, we have Futu, which I'm probably not going to be looking at too closely. EA is a little messy, so it's on here just to see what happens. We have AMD, NVIDIA, both quiet right now. Big days yesterday for both of these. Traded very well too, not just on the move, but also on how clean the intraday action was, especially the morning part of things. We'll see. Maybe one of these will get moved up as we move forward here. And then we have Sava. Sava has, like someone mentioned on YouTube, I believe it was Jay. Jay mentioned on YouTube that there's a lot of movement going on this one the last couple of days. So if you're into this one, this could be a good one for you to add to your list if you have a little bit of space. I'm pretty jam packed already this morning. Let's take a look at Neo here, guys. So Neo right now up a nice 4.5. High of the pre-market 21, right on the money there. And we'll leave that there because if you look at our pre-market, these guys are ruthless, man. These scammers, it is non-stop. So we got time, right? 8:57. So these guys now that they're calling, and it's from Hackensack, right? It's a town over next to me. They're using that area code and they're calling. It's a 551 number, which is my number starts with 551 as well. They're just calling everybody like in Jersey with this number and trying to get them to the call I got was, and I recorded it. I'll post it on my Twitter. It's so funny. I wasted like 10 minutes of this guy's life, um, or he wasted my 10 minutes. But they're trying to say, hey, we got your 2 iPhones shipped to Tennessee. If you didn't order this, press one. And I'm like, oh, let me see what happens. Press one, and they act like they're from PayPal, and that they want to help me stop their account by having me download this application that they can remote into my phone, so they can help me stop the order. I'm like, oh, okay, I'm playing dumb, and I go through the whole thing, and then at the end when he's asking me for my IP address, I'm like, it's 524 349. Go, you know what yourself, and he's like, oh, I'm like, yeah, you're not getting this, and then I start giving her a whole spiel about, what if this was your mother that was getting scammed like this? You okay with that? Can you sleep at night? It's just ridiculous, but they're ruthless, man, and unfortunately, some people do fall for this. So guys, be careful. And that reminds me, there you go again. And that reminds me also to be mindful of Twitter and people trying to act like moderators of BBT. No moderator for BBT is ever going to ask you for money or for any special membership that you can invest in and you can be part of. We will never do that. So the minute you see that, something's up, right? And they're getting slicker. There was one with my name with Carlos M BBT that I couldn't figure out how they did it. It looked exactly like my tag, and what they did was they put an underscore at the beginning of the name that was not showing for some. I don't know how they did it. They're getting pretty good at this. So again, guys, be very careful. If something sounds too good to be true, it probably is, right? There's nothing easy in this world that's that good. So be very, very mindful of that. Yeah, yeah, David, I went in on him, and I even told him that I was gonna pray for him, and he's like, "Okay, yeah, if you could do that, I appreciate it." I'm like, such an asshole. Excuse my language. It's a family show. Let's get back to the business at hand, guys. Neo, high of the pre-market 21. You want to keep that on there because if you look at the board across the board here, you do have a nice level there on the daily. So that is good there. And then over here you have 21.95. Nice pop there we had the last couple of days. Neo has not been the same in some time. For me, I know for people said I started trading a lot worse than this before, but for me it was around this time here that it really stopped trading well. We had some pretty good moves here, and then I forget when was it that the hit came out of them. I think it was around here of them being shady, and it hasn't been the same after that. Look at the daily. Look how different the daily is here. Nice, really good moves, and then here it just goes flat. Like there's just nothing that's happening that was good for Neo. Today they're getting some good movement. The last week actually they've been. See, this is better. You see the difference between here and here, guys, and we have time for this because it's 9:01. You see the difference? Every candle overlapping the previous one, right? This is nasty. This is not good. Here, that is beautiful. That's what it's now. Now you're singing to my ears right there. See that move? That is what you want to see on a daily. You don't want to see this garbage here, right? Usually this provides you better trading opportunities. Not saying that you cannot find some here, right? If you get good entries, but this type of trading here does a lot more better than this does in over a long period of time, watching over something over and over and over again, you're going to get better opportunities when the daily looks like this, right? So we got some two levels towards the top there on Neo, looking pretty good. And over there, we do have a 23, 28. That's a good one there. And then towards the bottom, highs and lows of the last two trading days. Baba, let's take a look at Baba here. Let's see what we got going on there. Baba, oh man, this thing is just stepping on the gas here. So Baba up a 5.6, high of the pre-market 106.44, a level you want to keep anyways, because look at the daily, you're getting good confirmation there as well. It's a good one off of that. Towards the bottom on the daily, we do have 103. 103.32, and then below that, highs and lows, previous day close, pretty much set down here. Above the high of the pre-market 106.44, which is also a great level, we are going to have 111.25, right? 111.25. I'm gonna slam a level there, and then above that 115.71. So pretty good stuff happening there. I think Baba looks really, really good. Let's take a look at Workday. Workday, it is up 9.4. Again, some good earnings for them yesterday, and we're going to mark a level at 179, which is the top of this daily level here, looking pretty good. But the high of the pre-market is a lot higher. We're sitting actually at 181.50. High of the pre-market, we'll mark that there. We've definitely been higher on this bad boy. So we're going to zoom into the left, and we are going to focus on 186.31, and then all the way up here 194.89. So towards the bottom, I'm going to mark down 171.70, 171.98. And then let's go over to the left here. What's the low of the pre-market? Low of the pre-market, 176.95. So I think that's plenty there. I think that's good enough for Workday. If we were to collapse here and close this gap, which is possible if we're getting an overreaction, but I don't think that's necessarily in the cards for today, because these guys have great earnings. 168.51 on there. So pretty good for Workday, guys. Earnings, decent volume. They're not going to get heavy volume. They usually do not. Very light volume for the daily overall. But I think today with this nice gap up, we should see some kind of movement out of this. A-Firm moving very well, very well pre-market, but not doing well overall, as they are still down 10% this morning. High of the pre-market 28.12. So I'm going to slam a level there. What is the catalyst on all the Chinese stocks? So the Mr. Trade, it is basically, I think, their hold on, let me turn off the do not disturb, so that thing is not hurting you guys' ears. So basically it's not their SEC. What they do, the delisting, right? The delisting is on, delisting is off, just overall, right? It's more details to it. But it happens all the time where, okay, it's on now. We know we got to look into these companies and their books and see what's going on. And now it's off. They're easing. It's just the back and forth action that these guys are doing. It's just so shady. I mean, it's because it's been back and forth how many times, right? It's just like, are you selling when it's off, and then you turn it on and it drops down and you're buying again? It's just so shady. But within that shadiness, we've seen some opportunities that are able to break out for us. So just be careful, right? 26.27, low of the pre-market on A-Firm. 23.81, good level on A-Firm here as well. Like, speaking of, just thinking about this as I'm doing these levels, I would never hold like a Chinese ticker overnight. You just don't want to do that, or invest in it long term. It's just me personally. Again, everybody's got their own criteria, but that is something that you want to be very careful with, because you just never know what kind of thing you're going to wake up to. Then 20.48 on A-Firm. So we're pretty set here, guys. Plenty of levels. Again, these are a stretch by any means, but up here you do have highs and lows for the last two trading days. You haven't lived yet until you held a Chinese ticker overnight, Carlos. Says Megan. I mean, trust me, I held some risky stuff that has prevented me from sleeping and waking up at 2, 3, and at 3:55, waiting for the market to open at 4 a.m. It is brutal. It is brutal, man. It's just before I hold anything overnight, because you make mistakes, you want to bag hold, or you think it's gonna happen. I think about those nights. I'm like, I don't want to go through that. I hate that feeling. So keep that in mind if you're thinking of, if you think turning a day trade into a swing trade is a good idea. It is brutal, brutal, brutal. And the worst part is, even if it works out, you waste so much brain power at the end of the day. No matter how much you made, it just might not be worth it. and then you set a horrible bad habit. Here is Apple, guys. Let's set some levels. 173.66. We have 174, and we have the big one up here, 176.16. Right now, looking really good, guys. Love the pre-market all the way down at 169. Oh no, excuse me, 170. How is that possible? 170. Am I looking at this right? Because I show, not sure what you guys have on your end. I show 169.24. This is giving me 170.16. So I'm not sure what that's about. But I'm going to go with the charts. I'm going to go with 169.24. And then surrounding this, highs and lows from the last two trading days, previous day close. And we've seen this before, by the way. This does happen. I'm not sure what causes that. But the chart is king here, so I'm going to go with that. And then above that, guys, high of the pre-market right now, it's around 171. But I'm going to go off this daily level here. We do have a level at 170, 171. So 171, I'm going to put that there. That might be the pre-market high very shortly. So we'll keep that on there. And then above that, we do have here, it gets a little tricky. 172 will be a good one. But be on the lookout. Some other daily levels here. They're not great daily levels. But be on the lookout for that 171.50 and so forth. So that is Apple, guys, ripping right now. It's a SPY taking off. Let's take a look at the SPY this morning. Surging. Thank you, Hater. Yep. Am I pronouncing your name right, Hater? I don't want to make sure I'm getting it right. If you want to send me how that is pronounced, because you're with us all the time on YouTube. I want to make sure I got that right. Here is SPY taking off. So this is why it's causing some of these bad boys to kind of jump up here. Tesla included, Apple as well. Looking very nice this morning. Let's get some levels for Tesla today. High of the pre-market, we're looking at 298 right now. That might not stay there for long the way this market is moving, but the daily's got some pretty decent confirmation on that. So I might want to keep that on there. Right? A couple of days slamming against that 298 level there. Towards the bottom, low of the pre-market, 293.73. And then we're surrounded by the highs and lows of the last two trading days. I really think you do not need to add anything else there. So very good. TQQQ looking strong. And what else do we have here? All right, I think we're pretty much set, guys. I like the list today. I like the opportunities we're looking forward towards this morning. So that is looking nice. And yeah, pretty good stuff here, guys. Just scrolling up in case I missed anything as I'm doing levels. I usually miss some messages. Just kind of going through this here. And looks like I kind of cover everything. If I missed it, you could resend it now and I'll take care of it. EA, why not on your list? Samuel, great question. It's on my secondary list, right? So here on my secondary list, their catalyst is funky, man. Norm filled me in. So they came out with that they're doing a partnership. I forget what even the company was. Was it Amazon? It feels like Amazon wants to get their hands on everything, right? So with Amazon, and then it was reported that no, that's not the case, and it drops again. So it's a messy catalyst. I think the technicals and both the technicals and the fundamentals have been screwed up on this one. So when both things are bad, I'm probably not going to touch this one. We'll see what happens. I have it here for entertainment purposes only. The volume is great, 2.4 with up 5% on bad data. So let's see what happens. I'm sure some computers got stuck in here and they had to bail again. I mean, it is just messy. Yes, Christian, that is correct. Powell does talk I thought it was 10:30. I thought it was 10:30. It could be 10, maybe 10, but be on the lookout. He will be talking today. Norm mentioned, it's not going to be one of these crazy speeches like he does with the FOMC, but it's Powell. He can surprise it if he says something that the computers or people just don't like. It could be interesting. So if you're in a trade, be mindful of that time frame, especially if you're very close to your entry, right? If you're not close to your entry, you got a little wiggle room, you're okay. But if you're close to your entry and you have something that can move you past your entry very quickly, just give that a thought on what you want to do there, right? Be mindful. If you have room, if you have wiggle room, maybe the whatever comes out that can affect the market, maybe that can help you and give you, even a little extra cherry on top there. But when you're close to your entry, that is when it becomes critical because, it's just, you just never know. Yeah, talking ahead, right? It's because you know what? The room is so dark here. It's the shades. Sometimes the sun comes in too bright, so I put the shades down. Then when I open them up, I leave them open. After like 45 minutes of the show, 30 minutes of the show, the sun just comes in blazing. I'm just like, what are you doing? So it's one of those things. All right. Yeah, I put the brightest hat on that I possibly own today, right? This yellow hat. So for the Friday. Uh, okay, guys, what else we have? BBBY surging. I don't trust BBBY at all. BBBY. Yeah, you're getting a little pump here. It's my. Mm, let's see. Let's see. Are we memeing today? I'm putting it as a possible. I don't want to mess up my list. I got a good list today. I don't need this ape stuff this morning. I think Neo, Baba are gonna do well. Apple, Tesla. Yeah. Yep. Yep. Um, all right, guys, 9:11 going to 9:12 on this Friday. Let's bring in our moderators lineup. Let's see what's going on there over on YouTube. Help us out with those like if you can. We appreciate it very much. Sitting at 154, we would love to shoot up to 200. That would mean the world to us. So thank you for that. And as that is happening, I'm going to go ahead and bring over our moderators list and see what our moderators are looking at. I see Thor, Peter, Susan got their list ready to rock and roll this morning. So let's see what this Friday looks like for our moderators and what they're watching. There's a lot on deck as far as the gappers list. I think more than half of it is a Chinese tickers on the gap up list. And as the SPY is surging, you're going to see others like Amazon. Amazon, what's Amazon up to? I haven't looked at Amazon in a while. But Amazon, Apple, AMD, Nvidia, which AMD and Nvidia just amazing yesterday. Amazon moving up as well here, so you can see that action there. So yeah, you're gonna see those kind of start creeping their way into our gappers list as they get into the green territory. A lot of them are down this morning. All right, let's see what's going on here, guys. Let's take a look at our moderators list. And if we start here, we have Thor. He's looking at some Chinese tickers today. Baba, JD, KWEP, and Neo. Are those all Chinese? I think they are, right? Peter is looking at IPOs. We're not looking, but he's reporting some IPOs for today. Peter, his list, AMD, Apple, Tesla. And then secondaries, look at the Jack Hole 10 a.m. stuff. Kind of see what develops after that. You know, Peter trades the entire day. So you'll see what happens after that. By the way, Peter has some really good stories yesterday towards the close of people that he ran into. So if you if you missed it, you definitely want to make sure you log in for those afternoon sessions. Some pretty good stuff happening there. Susan, Neo, Apple, AMD, and SPY, and maybe Zoom. And then Megan looking at JD, HD, and GM this morning. So that is what we have so far. I'll wait for Brian to throw his list out, and we will get this Friday going. Here's Jared, Baba, Google, Tesla, a secondary list, ZM, ZM, Roku, MSOS for swing. Nice. And then Brian's looking at JD, Neo, Baba, and AFIRM. So again, heavy chat on the Chinese tickers this morning. I got two of these myself because again, they're moving very, very well. So guys, with that said, thank you so much for joining us this Friday. Carlos, do you think it's better to wait until the Jackson Hole market reaction? Well, it's at 10. So, you know, we're going to open at 9:30. There are some great movers already that you can take advantage of. I mean, in the market open, you got a lot of stuff that's looking good. You got the Chinese tickers are going to probably be very active. You got stuff on earnings like Workday and AFIRM. Is AFIRM earnings? Yes, it is. They're moving very well pre-market. I think these are going to be really good at the market open. Once things start to settle down a little bit towards 10 o'clock, again, if you're in a stock and you're close to your entry, that is when it's most critical to be careful because you don't want to be in the green or slightly green and now be in the red or very red because you know Powell says something that no one liked or whatever, or the market took a different way because you know he tends to talk very cryptic at times, right? So you got that kind of decipher everything. Is that what he really means, or does he mean the opposite? So this is a problem. Guys, yes, trade safe today. It is Friday. Remember, you are going into the weekend, so please be disciplined today. And it's also still Summer Friday, regardless of the Jackson Hole meeting. So volume dies down very quickly. And the worst thing on a Friday is to be there at 2:30 in the afternoon, trying to figure out what trade can you take to break even or make your money back. It is the worst feeling ever. Don't do it. Just call it quits. Stick to your plan. Be disciplined. Saturday morning, you can wake up, feel good about yourself, about the discipline, whether green or red, have pancakes with your family, hotcakes from McDonald's, whatever you do, and know that you were disciplined. And guess what? The market's going to be here Monday. Don't be that guy that blows up today or takes a big loss today and then realizes, wait a minute, the market is open next week again. You don't have to be a hero on a Friday. So, guys, I know you hear this every Friday from me, but it's important because discipline is all about repetition over and over and over again. What your actions do every single time is the type of trader you're going to be, right? So very, very important. Guys, trade safe. Brian is up next. Actually, I'll wait for him because he doesn't like when I leave before he comes on. He feels like I'm not a good partner, and I want to be a good partner for Brian. So I wait to say good morning to him, and then we'll hop off of YouTube here. Breakfast burritos, or if you
Yeah.
go to Mexico, hey, good
Yeah. Good
morning,
morning.
Brian. If you go to Mexico, the
Yeah.
breakfast in Mexico, Brian, is like it's a lunch, like a rice, bean, steak. I'm like, it's incredible. We live in the wrong part of the world, that's for sure. Uh, Brian, good morning. Hope you're doing well. I'll leave it to
Good
you.
morning. All right. Good morning.